Day 17, let's talk about something that you need going to stay focused on in 2025 if you want to continue to thrive. So we've talked about a lot of things, but what we haven't talked about is the fact that you need to stay in your own lane. It does not matter to you if you are clear on your brand, on your products, on your transformation, on your clients, like all of that kind of stuff. If you have got crystal clear clarity, it should not matter to you what anyone else is doing. Like anybody else, what they're doing, it does not matter. It does not affect you. Just because they've included and they've, started offering a new product does not mean that you need to do the same. Just because they've changed their content style does not mean that you need to do the same. Just because they've started like a different platform does not mean that you need to do the same. What it means is that if you are getting distracted in these things, you are not laser focused enough on your own business, and that kind of energy, like it's leaky, like it leaks out onto your audience, and therefore they start to lose the trust in you because you can't even trust yourself. Like how can you expect somebody else to trust you when you don't even trust yourself? When you're not even like 110% living for what you are actually doing, what you're teaching, all those kind of things, how can you expect somebody else to do the same for you? You can't expect anybody to do anything that you won't do. It actually just gets to be that simple. And when you're worried about, this person's now, offering this product and they're getting sales, well, I want sales, so maybe I should now offer this product or do something similar or something like that. No, like that's not it. Like you would get more sales if you just focused and got laser clear on what you were doing and you just keep refining and tweaking. So throughout all of this, everything that I've said is not just going to be like, okay, cool, I'll just go implement this, and then next week I'll be a millionaire. Like that, that is not going to happen. This is a process, and you need to make sure that you go ahead, you implement, you collect the data, and then you refine it to correlate with that data. And then once you have that, you go ahead, you implement it again, then you collect the data, then you refine it. And it's a rinse and repeat cycle. This is where so many people get it wrong, is because they chop and change all of the time. And they never give themselves enough time to actually collect the data and see what's working and what's not working. And, they've been at it for 6 months, but because they've changed so often, they don't even have any data at all because things are changing so quickly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, get solid. Get so laser clear, get focused on what you are doing, forget everybody else, like put your blinders on. And this is why I always say, don't consume content on social media because, this is where distractions start happening. But stop consuming, start creating and focus on that, and that's it. If you have a look at your screen time today, how much time would you actually say was focused on creating rather than consuming? I dare say still, even through listening to this podcast, a lot of people are still spending a lot of time consuming, and that needs to change if you want to get where you want to go in 2025. Because another thing is what a lot of people don't tell you when you see them blowing up online and when you see them making all the sales, they don't tell you what actually went into that. They don't tell you, and sometimes their marketing strategies, that doesn't suit your brand. That doesn't suit your audience. So stop trying to be like everybody else, because people will eventually see through it. And then once you lose that trust, so trust is obviously, as we know, a very hard thing to gain, but so simple and easy to lose. Do not lose that trust. Do not be seen as somebody who is just chasing a quick dollar, because I promise you, whether it takes a week, a month, a year, people will eventually see that kind of behavior, whether you consciously or subconsciously have it. And then once they see that, that's it. You're done. They're literally moving on to the next person. And I want you to remember that there is always somebody out there that is looking for your products and offers. Somebody is looking for you. It is just a matter of time as to when you get yourself in front of them. And if you don't waver, you don't start flip-flopping, word of mouth, you will become known as a go-to person in whatever it is that you are doing. And then when you become the go-to person, it is a compounding effect. It might take a week, a month, 3 months for somebody to actually find you. And then you'll find your next person even sooner than that, and sooner than that, and sooner than that. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, things will just be flying and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I really did it. But that's not going to happen unless you stay focused. So this is your reminder that just because Jessica said that she made 10 grand this week selling this one thing, just because Sarah said that she's like completely transformed her business with this one product or offer that she's now selling you, doesn't mean that it is going to have the same effects for you. If anything, it's probably going to put you back at the start again. I'm not saying all products and offers like that are going to be bad and detrimental to you. Sure, you probably might learn some things, and that's great. I love learning, but I just want you to remember that your product, your offer, your brand, all of that, it is going to get to the space that you want it to get to, but only if you stay focused. So what I want you to do today, I want you to go back through the last 30 pieces of content that you have created, and I want you to watch them, and I want you to think to yourself, where in this content, if anywhere, and I hope for your sake it's not anywhere, but there's a chance, where in this journey, like where in this content have I potentially spoken about something that probably wasn't what I really needed to, probably got me a little bit distracted, and it's not actually what my core focus and messaging actually is. Where did I kind of recreate this piece of content from something else that I'd seen online? Where did I get distracted? Like, where is my content not solely on my mission and my vision? Where could this where could this content have been better aligned to my brand? You guys know I love an audit, so happy auditing. That's a wrap on today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.